There are homes that are built for comfort, homes that are built for luxury, and then there are homes built to leave a legacy. This is the Bishop Mansion, Detroit's largest private residence and one of the city's most enduring landmarks. Nestled in the historic Palmer Woods neighborhood, this 33,000 square foot Tudor Revival home has witnessed nearly a century of triumphs, tragedies, and transformations. Its story is one of faith, ambition, heartbreak, and now renewal. Today, we're peeling back the layers of this incredible home's history, from its majestic beginnings to its roller coaster journey through real estate highs and lows, and even the rumors of hauntings that refuse to fade away. The story begins in the 1920s, when Detroit was at the height of its power. The auto industry was thriving, and with it, the city became a symbol of wealth, innovation, and growth. For the Catholic Church, this booming metropolis called for a residence that reflected its own influence. And so, the Bishop Mansion was born. The church commissioned the Boston-based architectural firm McGinnis & Walsh to design the home, with construction overseen by the legendary Fisher brothers, known for their role in shaping Detroit's skyline. The Fishers brought their signature attention to detail and craftsmanship to this project. The mansion's Tudor Revival style was a nod to European tradition, combining red brick, limestone accents, and massive bay windows to create a commanding presence. Inside the house was no less impressive. Its 12 bedrooms and 11 bathrooms were adorned with Quabic tiles, Sicilian marble columns, oak paneling, and elaborate plasterwork. Even the smallest details reflected the finest craftsmanship. And then there's the chapel, a space designed for quiet reflection, where bishops would pray and plan their spiritual missions. It's a room that still echoes with the weight of its history. For decades, the mansion served as the official residence of Detroit's Catholic bishops. Bishop Michael J. Gallagher was the first to live here, followed by Cardinals Edward Mooney and John Francis Dearden. But in 1989, the church sold the mansion, marking the end of an era. That's when the Bishop Mansion entered its next chapter. NBA star John Salley, fresh off his success with the Detroit Pistons, purchased the home, bringing a new energy to its storied halls. Salley's ownership was brief, but it added a touch of celebrity glamour to the house's legacy. Fast forward to 2017. My ex-business partner, Antonio Rodriguez, was working with a California investor who had a dream to bring the Bishop Mansion back to life. The investor purchased the property for somewhere around $2.5 million. Immediately, significant renovations began. New tile roofing, copper gutters, polished stone, and upgraded underground utilities. The guest house was completely renovated and transformed into a modern masterpiece, complete with a heated 4-car garage. But tragedy struck. The investor reportedly passed away, leaving the restoration unfinished. In 2023, the heirs of the investor listed the mansion for $8.99 million, hoping to recoup the investment. But buyers were hesitant. The sheer scale of the unfinished project was daunting. Over the course of a year, the price dropped to $6 million before the listing was withdrawn. Finally, the mansion went to auction in 2024. When the auction failed to produce a buyer, many wondered if this house would ever find its savior. But then, in October 2024, the Bishop Mansion was sold. A neighbor told me it was purchased for somewhere in the neighborhood of $1 million by a prominent family. A family with the resources and vision to complete the restoration. Man, if that's true, what a steal. But I can only imagine how much it's going to cost to fully restore the home to its former glory. Anyways, this could be the beginning of a new chapter for one of Detroit's most iconic homes. And look at that, we've been given exclusive access to the mansion's interior. Even in its unfinished state, the potential is breathtaking. As we step inside the Bishop Mansion, it becomes immediately clear that this home was built not just for living, but for making a statement. From the moment you enter, you're greeted by the scale and detail of a residence designed to inspire awe. The foyer is nothing short of breathtaking. With its soaring ceilings and wide open space, it was designed to welcome guests in style. The grand staircase, with its oak banisters and decorative post, is both a centerpiece and a pathway to the upper levels. This staircase has seen decades of history. Picture bishops and dignitaries ascending these very steps for formal receptions and private meetings. Despite its current state, you can still feel the elegance it once held. This is the main living room, where some of the most important conversations in Detroit's Catholic history likely took place. The centerpiece is the grand fireplace, surrounded by Pewabic tile, an iconic feature of Michigan's design heritage. These tiles are one of the mansion's most significant architectural features. Pewabic pottery, found in Detroit, is known for its handcrafted ceramics, and seeing them preserved here is like stepping into a piece of local history. These bay windows flood the room with natural light, offering sweeping views of the manicured grounds that were once as much a statement as the mansion itself. The dining room was built for entertaining on a grand scale. Imagine lavish dinners here, where the ceilings, once adorned with intricate plasterwork, added to the room's sense of opulence. Next, we enter the ballroom. At over 1,000 square feet, this room was designed for large gatherings, perhaps even formal dances or fundraisers that were hosted by the church. Even now, you can imagine the grandeur this room once held. Restoring the space would bring back the heart of the home's social life. The kitchen, like much of the house, is mid-restoration. While its original fixtures are long gone, its size hints at its importance in hosting large-scale events. This staircase, tucked away for staff use, is a reminder of how homes of this era were designed to function seamlessly for large households and staff. Each of the mansion's 12 bedrooms were designed with a level of care and attention rarely seen today. Large windows let in ample light, while built-in shelving and decorative moldings speak to the craftsmanship of the era. This master suite, with its attached bath, would have been the pinnacle of luxury in its time. While the fixtures have aged, the bones of the space remain solid, ready for restoration. One of the most unique features of the Bishop Mansion is this private chapel, a place where its original residents could retreat for prayer and reflection. This space is steeped in history. Though it's been stripped of many original elements, it still holds an air of solemnity. Plans for the home's restoration include converting this space into a home theater, blending old and new uses. While the main house awaits restoration, the guest house has been completely updated, offering a glimpse into what the future could hold for the rest of the property. This space is move-in ready, complete with every modern convenience. It's a perfect example of how the main house can combine historic charm with contemporary luxury. The mansion sits on over 2 acres of land, a rarity in Detroit. The grounds once featured manicured gardens, fountains, and pathways, each one carefully designed to mirror the grandeur of the home. Though time has taken its toll, these spaces still whisper of the beauty they once held. You can almost feel its history, the echoes of laughter, footsteps along the garden paths, and the quiet pride of the people who built it. It's a place that invites you to stop and imagine. There's something about this place. It draws you in, makes you wonder what it was like at its peak, and what it could be again. I close my eyes, and suddenly, it's as if I'm seeing the Bishop Mansion reborn. The grounds are alive again, fountains bubble softly, the pathways are smooth and inviting, and the gardens burst with color. The house isn't just restored, it's thriving. People gather, celebrating life in a home that feels alive. The ballroom is a scene from another era. The chandeliers catch the light, and the air hums with joy and elegance. This space isn't just beautiful, it's unforgettable. The dining room, too, feels alive. It's a place where stories are shared, friendships are forged, and memories are created. Even the chapel has found its new life. The light dances through the stained glass, and the organ hums softly, filling the room with a sense of peace and reverence. Whoa! It's almost as if the house itself was showing me what it could become. But this house isn't just a dream. It's a home with a history, and some say that history never quite left. Neighbors talk of shadows in the windows, footsteps in empty rooms, and the faint sound of organ music in the dead of night. Is it just the spirit of the house, waiting for someone to bring it back to life? Or is it something more? Whether haunted by its past or filled with dreams of its future, the Bishop Mansion is a place like no other. A home with stories waiting to be written. What do you think? Could you take on a project like this? Let me know in the comments down below. If you love exploring homes like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, I'm Chris, and this is History Loves Company. Remember, every home has a story. Let's discover yours.